many times and I'm still repeating. So welcome everyone. So today we are going to talk and draw 4 agreements based on the book 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And I have to warn you, there is a 5th one, but it's a separate book and I'm not familiar with this one yet. So we will do it later. Before we go there, we need to work on our 4 agreements. The book is very interesting. I listened audiobook, so highly recommend. I did it 3 times before I really got the wisdom. At least I feel I got it. So maybe there is something more to dig in. So if you have time, if you want to listen something inspiring, please do so. There will be link in info box and there will be link in our Facebook group as well. So you can listen, you can read it. It's not very long book, so you can do it in one day. So the idea is that during our lifetime, we have so many experiences in our life that create our own belief system. We react to whatever people say to us, especially our parents, people that we trust, and we believe them. And by believing them, we make an agreement. We start using this as a part of our belief system. So if they say that you are slow, you will, and you agree to it, you will look at your life and at yourself from this point and forth. But how we can change it, because those beliefs are very limiting and very poisoning us in our perception to life and what we can and what we cannot do in our lives. We become victims and judges of our own and of other people as well, because whenever we judge ourselves, we have all rights to judge others, and including God. So what we can do to create the freedom from all those judges, from all this judgment, and how we can create freedom, not create, but find the freedom from our limiting belief system. So the Don Miguel Ruiz offers to use 4 agreements. Like, we need to substitute all those limiting agreements with something more powerful, with something more inspiring and more transformational for us that will expand our horizons and create the beautiful soil to grow our freedom out of it. So we are going to work on them. Again, it's an opinion, so don't swallow it as everything we've done before, but it's invitation to look at yourself and whatever we have in our life from different perceptions. See if it resonates with you and how you can, what you can accept and what you cannot and why not. So there is always trust yourself, see how you process it. So I will switch my camera and we will just start drawing and I will talk while we're drawing. Okay, so here I am. So there will be 4 agreements and we are going to use them, we're going to draw them as 4 circles. And I invite you to draw 4 overlapping circles. So we draw 1 circle, somewhere almost in the middle. We draw another circle. Okay. We draw the 3rd one and the 4th one. So we have these 4 circles and we have this area where 4 of them overlapping. So those 4 circles are 4 agreements, and we are going to harmonize and integrate them in our perception to life. Just observe them. So this is the 4 circles. So we're using circles because we want to use those agreements in the best potential, in the best powers that it's possible, in harmony. We are not going to force anything. We don't want those agreements to limit ourselves, but we want to find this freedom. And freedom, based on Miguel, is really will be the intersection, how we can find this freedom, this overlapping part, all the circles that overlap in this particular section is the source of freedom. So we are going to activate this freedom from our poisoning beliefs, from our poisoning limits, and our poisoning blocks. So now we find this point, and activation, as always, we are going to do with neurolines. And you can start rounding right away because there will be many lines, many intersections, many crossings. So you can, if you feel overwhelmed, please start rounding right away. So the first and very important agreement is be impeccable with your word. The word has a huge power. It's really, if we consider each word as a spell that can give you life, that can give you, it can give you life or poison. So words really can be inspiring. It can unite people. It can unite nations, or it can separate people. It can cause so much drama and pain. It can kill or return to life. It can change yourself, and it can change other people as well. So speak with integrity, not just to other people, but to yourself as well. We are very judgmental to ourselves. We like, do you remember when the last time you say it yourself, maybe silently, but it still be the word like, oh, I'm so stupid, or I look so old, I look so fat, or something that is really not pleasant to hear to other people, but we are doing it all the time to ourselves. So activate this agreement so that I'm going to speak with all my love and all my integrity to everybody around me, and especially to myself. You speak nicely to your pets as well, to nature, to politicians, to everybody or everyone who is around you, because all those words, like a boomerang, is returning to you. We are not benefit from harming anybody, because we are harming ourselves when we speak something bad or something without truth. So we want to be very clear about what we want to say and how we are going to say. So activate it. See, very poisoning and very nasty to use word is gossiping. Gossip is kind of virus that we use the same language to poison, to cause the harm to other people. And it's always returning to ourselves. So we need to be very careful what we are saying, And it really doesn't matter who you're saying to yourself or to any other people. Just say it with love. Say that it will be cool, bring people, inspire people, or motivate them, or just support them without any expectations. You don't have to expect that everything that you have to do has to be, people have to be grateful. You're doing it for yourself, because whatever you say to other people, you're wishing it to yourself as well. So people really looking for attention, and it's it's very limiting, because when just today I was reading the quote that was said by Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady. She said that if you are trying to be liked by everyone, in this case, you will have to compromise on everything at any time, and this will not lead you to anything good. So we are not trying to please other people. We are trying to be honest with them and let them know what we really feel. You can feel poison when you don't say something important. Sometimes we're limiting ourselves from saying how much you love somebody, how much you appreciate the day in your life, and it's could be very limiting as well. It could be very challenging to hold this truth back to you. So you can't say it. You can say it to yourself, first of all, that you love yourself, that you appreciate your body, appreciate your knowledge, appreciate your creativity. And when you're ready, you can say it to other people as well. It doesn't mean that you have to go and start scream on the street that you love everybody. We don't want to be silly or look insane, but we can be very honest when we have the right or choice yes to say yes or no. Be honest to yourself. Say whatever you feel is good for you. Don't try to please other people, because you will be the victim in this choice. We need to make sure that we are agree with what you are saying, that you feel in your heart, and it will be motivating for you to move forward, to not just say it, but just that it will lead to action, that you will really motivated to perform this action at your best later. So be impeccable with your words. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your words in the direction for truth and love. This is the point, like when you fill your words with truth and love, what you want to say in a kind way. Is it kind? Is it really need to be said? This is, do I really believe in it? And how would you feel if somebody said to you? So we're trying to be very gentle with our words and truthful at the same time. So activate, see how you feel about these words. When was the last time you say that you love yourself, that, or maybe when you say that you love somebody in your life, and how you felt about it? So instead of waiting when somebody says, say it to yourself, say it first Go ahead. Say how much you appreciate other people, how much you enjoy them, and see how you feel. See how your body starts reacting, emotions, what kind of emotions, and without expectation that people have to say something back to you. You're saying those words just because you feel they need to be spoken, that you feel good when you say them. This is very important, that we are not saying to receive something back. We are not saying, and I love you, and always expect that people will love us back. That it's not the point. The point is that I feel free because I speak my truth. So find this truth in your words. Find this freedom in your words. So we experience, and I do rounding right away. So I not in rush, I explore, I resonate with this agreement, see what is challenging, what is not for me, and how I can implement it in my life. What do I need to implement it? It will be not easy. We are so limited in all this everyday life and all everyday beliefs. And so sometimes truth could be challenging to say out loud. So it will require a lot of courage to say yes or no when everybody is not agree with you. It will be challenging even identify what I want right now, how I feel, because we have all these other hobbies in last, I don't know, 20, 40, 60 years. And it will be something new to learn, something new to pay attention, what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. But try and see how you feel when you say what you mean. Say what you want. Speak from your heart. Next agreement is don't take anything personally. We always feel like it's all about me. Everything, the world is spinning around me, and the world is other people constantly thinking about me, constantly affecting me, and they want to harm me or should be grateful to me. So if everybody would think about you as much as you do, it will be not good. They think about themselves instead of you. And nobody really wanted to do the personal harm to you. They only, you are the reflection to them. So they project their beliefs on you. It's all about them. When they speak something, it's all about them. It's not about you. So don't take it personally. Like if something happens to you, if somebody, even if it's harmful, it still be about them, not about you. So this one is very challenging for me because it's not only about limiting and challenging perception. Like, okay, so he was yelling at me and I can take that it's not about me. So I can create this wall between me and the yelling person on me. But when somebody say, oh, you are so great and I had so much achieved because of you, this is, again, this is not about you. It's not because you did something great and people achieved. This is, don't take their progress as your own. They changed only because they wanted to change, because they wanted to trust you, they wanted to follow, but it's not about you. So don't take personally praises, don't take personally all the blames around you, and you will be free. You will be free from expectations, you will be free from all this judgment around you, and it's will open your new horizons. The world is not just spinning around you. The world has its own direction, and you are part of the world, and other people are actively participating in this world. So I personally find this one is very challenging for me. So see how that don't take that everything is around you is not exactly about you. That it's, you know, that the children at a very early age, they believe that world exists when they look at it. Like they close their eyes and there is no world anymore. So this is the same position. Like if you close your eyes, the world still exists. You are not a child anymore. You're adult, and you understand that the world is a little bit more complex, and there is a little bit more independent from your existence, and it's okay. And it's you don't have to carry on this responsibility for the world. It's a freedom that you are not the center of the world, and it's okay. It could be a very dramatic finding for some people, very narcissistic people, but it's okay. Stay with this agreement. See how you feel. See how you can find the resource in this perception, and just experience. And harmonize this connection, harmonize this agreement in your life. We are kind of ingrained this agreement. Do you believe in it? Do you feel that this is something that you can accept, that you can integrate in your life? Does it make any sense to you? We have, when we look at the world, we always look at the world through our belief system. And whatever we give to other people, we give our opinion. We cannot be independent in our interpretations. There is always so much personal interest involved in our interpretations. So many experiences involved in those interpretations. So it's when we listen to others, we need to make sure that we adapt to those opinions, and we not adapt, like that we always bring it through our perception. So we, whenever people say that it's not just pure wisdom, it's always something of their own experiences, of their own emotions. And look at everything that people say to you from this perception, that there is still be some personal interest or whatever people say to you. Even when they try to be as open and as objective as possible, it still be, there is still be something in this perception. There still be something personal. And when it's personal, it's always limiting. So there is nothing others do is because of you. So there's really, people do it just because they want to do it, the same way as you want. Like, you do it because you want it, not because somebody is really forcing you. There is always a choice. There is always other options. And you choose whatever works the best at this situation. So what others say and do is a projection of their own reality on you. So we try to be as free as possible from these projections. We are trying to be as independent and make our own decisions, make our own experiences out of it. So see how much you want to integrate it, see how much you want to activate it, see how's your body reacts, how's your emotional state, is there any changes? I feel like I'm getting very anxious here when I'm saying that the world does not, it's not about me, that it's nothing is personal, and it's challenging. I start have physical reactions in my forehead, and I just observe it. I just notice without any expectations, without really much analyzing. I listen how my body reacts. This is just observation. So next, one of the next agreement is always do your best. The next circle that we're activating is always do your best. You don't compare yourself with other people. You don't compare yourself with the expectation that you have to fulfill. Do your best at every time, and your best will be different. One day you will be sick, and your best will be much less. You can do much less than when you're full of energy, well rested, well excited, motivated. But if you do your best and you know that you're trying, you don't overwork, you don't overdo yourself. Like, you just trying hard enough to know that, yes, I did my best and this is enough. It's enough to avoid judgment. When everybody will say like, oh, you did not achieve such and such, or you could do something different, you just be honest to yourself that you've done your best. You really tried. You really did some actions to achieve something in your life, you learn something, you performed something, you spoke your truth at your best, and even if it did not reach you to the goal you wanted, you will be satisfied with what you've done. You know that you never cheated on your own, that you never lied to yourself, that you always being honest to other people. And this is the most important, that you are knowing that you performed at your best. So your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy opposed when you are sick, but it still be your best performance you could do. And it's motivating to and it's motivating you to move forward. And you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and self-regret. That when you're saying that, okay, if you're trying to say like, oh, I'm stupid, do it instead of like learn the best you can and see how far it will take you. And it may take you much farther than you expect. Every day, do your best. You brush your teeth, do your best. You drive your car, your best. You rest the best way you can. But you need to listen to your body. So you find this harmony in this best, because what is the best for you? Because if you're trying to look the best because somebody on the magazine look skinnier and this is the way you should look, the same way, it's not your best. It's not your best exercise to run marathon when you are not ready to it. Maybe your best will be just walk 15 minutes or 30 minutes in your neighborhood, and it's okay. But you will be satisfied and you will be accomplishing something when you're trying your own best. Again, it's your experience. There's nobody else, and even yours will be different from day to day. And just experience. What have you done in your life the best you can? Just see what you've done today, your best. How do you feel about it? It should be on the daily basis. It's not about conquer the Everest. It's about daily life. Do your best at daily life. You cook, you read, you do your best at your work, not because somebody will watch you, but because your own perception to yourself and all your own satisfaction will give you the pleasure and award, your own award, not somebody else. We're looking for the freedom. So we are looking for the freedom from somebody's opinions, from somebody's appreciation, from somebody's satisfaction. We are looking for our own freedom, for our own satisfaction. And it's very important to be free, that I don't depend on other people praises or blames. I'm free from all this opinions. I know that I'm doing my best. I know that I'm great. I know that I am nice and good professional. It's nice to hear, but it doesn't affect my own opinion about myself. So try to see what or maybe you will remember what you can do differently. What is the different something in your life that you want to try your best? It's actually can give you some look. If we are looking at other people and see, like, do they, if I think it's a dead end now. If we are trying to analyze what other people see and see how they're doing, it's we are going in the same loop. We are going to depend from other people. Where the freedom is how really to be free, not from other people's opinion, but from giving your own opinion about everything, about other people, about other situations. You can speak your truth, but it's still be not, you don't depend on other people. And this is a little bit controversial for me. So how you can be part of the society without really depending on other people, without how you can be part and don't expect anything from other people. Don't rely, you have to rely on them, but it's depend and rely. Is it different? Is it something that I'm thinking, something that I'm trying to make my own opinion about it? So the last but not least, don't make assumptions. The last agreement, that we assume too much in our lives. We assume that other people think the same way, that they have the same values, that they have the same expectations. We assume that our husbands, our boyfriends know what we want, and they have to guess what I want because they have to know me. So they have, we assume when we don't have enough information, we assume we know what the teacher meant, or maybe what your employer wanted. So, and we're afraid to ask those additional questions. We're afraid to look stupid, to look not wise enough. So assumptions really very dangerous. They give you, again, we're looking at everything from our point, from our opinion, from our own experiences. And other people are different. So they really have a different set of mind, they have different experiences. And whatever you assume, it's your point of view, your perception. Other people can have completely different. And we need to ask more questions. We need to ask more. We find more clarity about some information that is needed. As many questions as we need. It will be much worse if you assume something and you keep repeating the same mistake over and over. And it's important to make sure that you are on the same page as other people in your team, in your family. Talk to other people, ask questions without any judgment, see what they think about it, see how you can integrate this knowledge. Maybe they have completely different perception and you can adjust yourself if you feel that it's needed. And it's do your best at communication with other people. So see how you feel. How many assumptions have you done today? This is an interesting question. Did you assume something that other family members have to do, or that you maybe other people in your group, or something that creates some creates expectations that will never be fulfilled. And when we have the expectations that never fulfilled, we have disappointment, and we get angry, and we get very upset, and we get this, and it starts over and over. We start judging other people. You should know better. You should know. You should guess. You should expect. Or when you say should, it's usually it means that you've had some assumptions and other people did not satisfy them. So you can ask yourself, why? Why did you assume that it should be this way? Maybe you needed to make sure maybe you needed to ask more questions. And it's something, and it requires maybe more time to research, and it's more effort from you. And if it's not, here we are. Here is more and more disappointments in your life about other people, about yourself as well. So see how you can change it. See whatever you need to talk to other people. We are from different families, and when we get married, we assume that everybody has the same perception of family, that everybody has the same tradition, the same rules and chores and I don't know what else, family roles, that everybody has to perform the same, and it's different. So talk to your partners, talk to your friends. When we're with friends, we have different perceptions as well. how much time we need to spend together. It's how much help we can provide. Not provide is not a good word for this one, but how much you can invest your time and emotions in any relationship. We need you. We need to talk about it as people. We're really assume too much, and when we don't know something, it's limiting. It's limiting our perception, and it's limiting our beliefs as well. So see what you are want to change, how you want to implement this agreement, if it resonates with you. So this is just invitation to look at your life differently, and you may see that in this beautiful curves, in beautiful neural lines, you start seeing some partial circles. You can finish the circles and see maybe those are some support, or maybe some experiences when you feel this agreement will be helpful to you. So see how you can bring the support. Maybe you need some help. Maybe you need some more information. Maybe you need, maybe you know that something is, you have this hobby to gossip, let's say, and you want to change it. You can bring something instead of it. Maybe you can, when you feel that you want to gossip, you can do some praising. Maybe you want to say something good about other people instead of something nasty. I was listening some stand-up comedy, and he was talking about the southern states and how they, and he said, like, whenever in the southern states, whenever they want to say something nasty, they always start, God bless their heart, they're so sweet. And here is coming something not so nice about them, but they always start with the praise. So maybe you want to skip the last part and just start with something beautiful about other people, about yourself. So when you feel that you want, maybe you have this challenging project and you want to have more courage to say something that you believe in it, and you want to say it to your employer or to somebody else, you can draw it. Maybe I want, maybe to your partner, business partner or personal partner. So you can see whatever you want to do, and you can bring this situation in harmonious way. And just see how many circles you can find and how many situations you want to harmonize based on those agreements, based on those new perceptions. It really takes so much effort to follow those agreements. There will be challenging experiences. It's not always easy. It requires so much willpower, and it requires time to adjust and adapt all these agreements. So again, if you do your best even if you fail, you still be satisfied and accepting yourself and your results, because it is what it is. It's just you did it, you performed it at the best. So we experience what kind of actions you ready to you can do. See what all of these agreements, what kind of actions you want to perform. Like when for example, be impeccable with your words. And impeccable means without sin. It means that you are very pure with your words, that you use them very cautiously. You're aware of every word that you're saying, and you trying to use these words to bring kindness to the world, love to the world, instead of poisoning it. And maybe I bring more gratitude. Maybe I say more gratitude. This is my action, how I can use this, how I can implement it. When interesting, while I'm drawing this agreements, I recognize that for example, I assume too much. There's so much that I really don't ask enough questions, and I need to ask more questions. So this circle will be more questions from people. So how is everybody doing? I ask more questions. So any resistance to this agreement? Do you have any resistance? Do you have any of your own opinion about them?
It's a lot of resistance, very interesting, and I agree that it's hard not to have opinions and always need not to assume that I know. I was thinking that today I was assuming that my camera will work.
Yeah. And it did not, so it's okay. So it's it's a process. But I agree, it's a challenging, it's a lot to swallow, and I realized how much resistance I have towards those agreements. I'm like, they are challenging, they are not simple. It's not something like, oh, I can do it easily, but it's not. And that's why it's a widen our perception to life and perception to something new. So this is
yeah,
opportunity to grow.
Very good. Yeah. Thank you for choosing this topic. Very good.
Thanks. Okay, so any other people, anybody else has their own challenges towards this 4 agreements? Maybe some of them could be very organic to you, but some of them could be very interesting, very challenging. So see, I find that some of this agreements, for me, I'm okay with words. I'm very careful what I'm saying, and usually it's I feel comfortable. But for me, and I usually do my best. So those 2 are I'm okay not much challenge here, but it's very hard for me to accept that it's not about, it's nothing personal about me. And it's very hard, it's even harder for me to avoid assumptions that I assume too much in my life. Okay, so Matthew, Karen, it's all personal. Yes, I know. It's at some point in my life, I felt like the whole universe is spinning around me. I was the center of the universe, and now it's a whole paradigm is shifting. That no, it's not. It's not about you. The universe is beautiful and powerful just by its own. And it's a little bit conflict, internal conflict in me about it. And Matthew, if you feel thirsty, please drink water as much as you need, because it's you may notice that sometimes when we have a lot of new information coming your way, you will be thirsty, because water is a natural resource to bring and digest the information. Pure water is the best source to it. I realized my jaw was clenching at various points. Yes, it can be. It's a physical reaction, especially the jaw is when we speak truth. You can support yourself if you feel there is a lot of tension on your face. You can massage it, and if you push it a little bit harder, you will see that it's a very painful point around your jaw. I was participating in Russia in intense training, and it wasn't about neurographic, it was about different. And we did the massage of face massage about the jaw. And when you relax it, it was very painful. But when you relax the muscles there, you start speak truth too much. Sometimes you cannot help yourself, but just say it out loud. And it's there's some challenges related to it. But yes, the jaw could be clenching. Thank you for sharing.
And from Facebook, we have a message. Do your best is a challenge with so many messages from culture and others, and what best is.
Yes, what best is for different people, even a different time of the day, the best means different. So I think the best means, do you satisfied with your effort or not? Do you feel it's enough for you, that you've done your you've done you had this effort, you invested your effort, you invested emotions, and you invested some action that, and you cannot judge yourself that, okay, I've done, I tried, I did, because it's a really good question. I don't think there is a really the standard standard formula how much is the best. There is always in personal enough. Is it enough for you, you've done, or not? because you are doing it for yourself. You are not doing it for somebody else. You are not doing it for somebody, for receiving appreciation from somebody or for paying you. You are doing it to find internal peace in you. Even if it's something that you are not enjoying it, something challenging, I'm not sure like if we need, even if it's a responsibility, we still can find the satisfaction in this process. We still can find this pleasure, joy when we're doing it. Okay, so when you have enough support around some other circle that represent actions, activities, maybe some implementations of those agreements, we can start coloring. See how you want to color it. See what kind of colors wants to be there. You can use 4 colors to color each agreement in separate way, or you can just maybe find something that can unite them. Maybe you can find something that expand or blend all those colors together. See how it's working for you. Or you can start, what I'm going to start, I'm starting to color this element in the middle of intersection, overlapping those 4 circles, 4 agreements, this beautiful point of freedom. And interesting, freedom for me will be blue today. And I see, so this is, I colored this beautiful element, and I see where it's going to lead me, how it's going to be extended, and where it's going to take me. As always, we do in Neurographica, we connect several segments together and see how we can expand them. It will be interesting. Why is it blue? Why is the freedom? It is blue for me. I'm not sure. It looks like foreign color to me for some reason. I would never assume that blue will be color of freedom for me.
That's good. You're learning, not assumption, no assumption.
Yeah, I would. If anybody would ask me that what color would you consider the freedom, I would choose the red. Red is for me representing rebellious, and maybe freedom is not about be rebellious, rebellion. It will be about expressing your emotions freely, be free what you're feeling, how you express them, free from fears, free from be wise. Interesting. It's never something new. Definitely something new for me. And let's just live and learn. pay attention how you're breathing, how you inhale and exhale. See that you don't hold your breath, that you keep breathing, keep inhale, how deep it is. It's, again, you can use as many colors as you want. It's not necessary you have to create the flow. You can use and create big segments. Just make sure that nothing is suppressed or isolated, that you're creating balance, that everything has the room to breathe, that everything has the room to be to grow. Even if you leave a white color, make sure that it's several segments together, that they're creating this beautiful big shapes as well. It feels like the biggest question for me today. Why is it blue? I don't know. Why is my freedom has the blue color? Something interesting. So how's everyone doing?
Okay, breathing, coloring.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Keep breathing. You may, if you feel that you need some additional support or additional help, you can add more circles at any point of your drawing. If you feel that you have not enough willpower to change some of them, you can create this additional support. You can create the circle around it or within the circles agreements, and it will represent the willpower, or you can bring more resources outside, make them a little bit bigger, make them a little bit bolder for you. So you can see that you have this energy, that you have this support, that you have this desire to implement them, to integrate them in your life. It's interesting, really, opinion that if we look at everything that we say as a spell, and it could be good spell and bad spell, black magic and white magic, it's really, we become very cautious about what we can say, how we can say, because we don't assume, not assume, we don't recognize the power. We underestimate the power of our words. And many people say that, oh, this is just like, who is listening to this person? Like, this is it doesn't matter if it's spoken. It already has some kind of manifestation. It has already the vibration in the universe, and it's be careful, be aware of everything that you're saying, especially when you're talking to your children, when you're talking to people that trust to yourself.
Yes, yes, and that's why they have neuro-linguistic processing. When you use the language to as a software to encode your yourself, your brain. And somebody in Facebook is saying maybe because we feel sky is freedom. I think it's for your blue, because you have.
Maybe it's sky, maybe it's ocean. I don't know. It's I don't know what. For some reason, it's it feels like it's deep emotions, and they are so wild. They really occupied most of this drawing. Last year when I was drawing Neurographica, I had so much yellow and red colors in my drawings, and this year there's so much blue and green. So it's a big shift in energies as I recognize it.
Okay. So the ear of the blue. Ear of the red. I am impressed by your story about the jaw massage. I want to try.
It actually was a very interesting story. We did the massage of the different parts of the body, and it's we used very painful, the very deep massage, and I asked the coolest person in the group to work on me because I was very tense at that time, and we did a little bit on Joe, and I did not have the chance to finish it because time was already done. But next morning, I was driving with tour guide. We were going on a tour in mountains, and it was in Russia. It's a very distant where there is no roads. So we used very bumpy road. And at some point, I was explaining him what we've done before and like laughing at all this massage, how it's helping to relax you. And I just say like, the only thing that I haven't finished is the jaw massage to start speaking my truth. And suddenly the car jumped on the bump so badly that I hit with my jaw on the drive wheel. Like you can, I was using the belt, but it still did. My head is just hit the wheel, and I was so surprised. Like I did not see it coming. It was suddenly like in 1 second. And my driver said, like, now you have your massage. So it was like very painful, but I definitely cleaned some resistance there. So
be careful what you wish for.
Yes, yeah. So I'm very careful now about saying something that I did not have a chance. Now I had. So be careful if you want to speak truth. What you do.
Yeah, very interesting. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, it's so much blue on my drawing. It's interesting. I'm not sure even if I want to use any other colors. My freedom has a blue color. Which color is your freedom look like? Interesting. I would never assume I ask such question. Which color is your freedom?
Which color is your freedom? Okay, we can ask this in Instagram tomorrow. Which color
Green
is your...
so far. Okay, green, good. Green's new beginnings, actions, activity. Nice. I don't know, like it's like water spilled on my drawing. It goes in all the directions and it's keep going.
You messed up your colors today. What did you do?
I don't know. I feel free. I feel free. Free from my patterns that I have to always use the same colors. I can use, maybe I can use just one color, and unusual for me. It's really finding the piece with this blue color. So it's a beautiful color. No question.
It's beautiful.
So brown for neutral.
Yesterday you had this beautiful blue shirt. And today you're drawing with blue. Really strange.
Yeah, I don't know. It's time to change.
It's time to change.
And we find the easiest and the most gentle way to change. Just draw your changes and wait when they will be implemented in your life. I will be now I will be aware of all these blue colors in my life. See, maybe I need to use it more. Maybe it's a color of throat chakra as well.
Okay.
I don't know. Again, it's assumptions.
Maybe just you need the support for all the talking that you do.
Maybe. Okay, now I feel like I have enough blue. See what we can create. Maybe some green.
Brown for natural, or maybe brown because it contains all the colors.
So it could be for structure. Brown representing metal, and it could be structure, discipline, traditions, organizing. So see if it's somehow new concept for you. Maybe you will find more. It's interesting how you can find the freedom in structure. Maybe it's about changes. It's about different perceptions. Maybe this is what we need. The Neurographica is unique. It always shows not what you want, but what you need the most today. And this is how we can trust it. So, okay, I observe it. It's maybe this is what I need right now. Brown color is a very beautiful color as well. Many beautiful meanings to it.
Structure fuels you from having to constantly make decisions. Frees you, yes. Structure frees you. Fluorescent yellow.
Wow, that's a very high consciousness. Fluorescent yellow. Yellow is about intellect, and it's fluorescent is usually like very buzzing intellect. So it's interesting. High consciousness, I'd say. On the topic of doing your best, I tend to feel like it's not enough, so I overperform. It's nice that you know about it. And pay attention when you feel like you overperform. Pay attention when you maybe you can add more confidence in this area, that you are not doing enough. More satisfaction, more joy. You can invite all those qualities as resources for you. Or see what's because it's our perception, like how much we can do, how much we need to do. Maybe you can bring the resource that will be saying enough. I am enough. And whatever I do is enough. This could be a good resource. I actually love this resource. I'm like, thank you for inspiration, Matthew. I will do. I am enough. Where does it go? Where does it go? It will go right here. Okay, I created more corners. It's interesting. If I say that I am enough, I really expanded my freedom. That I don't have to satisfy anymore anybody, including my expectations. And I say that I am enough already in everything I do, in everything I speak, and everything I perform. And it gives me, I have shiverings in all over my body. So it's interesting. Interesting. Oh my. I feel like the whole body is buzzing now. Try to see if it resonates with you. If you want to add something on your drawing as well, something that you feel will be set you free from expectations, set you free from need to be accepted or need to be admired. Like you already have it. I am what you are. What do you feel need to be here? And I wasn't even aware of this, like at the beginning. It just came to me. It's an insight. It's insight for me. Interesting. I feel like I found my fifth amendment. It's interesting to listen to the next book. What is the fifth amendment? It's interesting. The more I round corners, the more emotions are coming. And deep inhale and exhale. Okay. So it's October 10th in China. So it should be Health Day. Yes? Is it national holiday?
National holiday in Taiwan.
In
China.
China
is October 1st.
October 1st. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a happy holiday.
Thank
Happy
you.
holiday.
It's interesting. Many beautiful celebrations in Asia.
Taiwan. We cannot hear you, Laura.
Yes.
Yes, now we hear you.
Right.
So is it
just have a moon festival, 4 days holiday last week. And this week we have 3 days national holidays.
So you have holidays after holidays after holidays, okay?
That's right.
I thought that Chinese people or Asian people work hard.
Not exactly in Taiwan.
Okay, one new assumption is just gone.
I'm the exceptional.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Nice to know that people can relax as well.
Okay.
So any questions? Which resources did you add it to yourself? Like which actions did you add it? Let me know. Maybe I will, maybe I'm missing something. Share. It could be inspirational for other people who are going to watch this video. It's very interesting. Something new to learn, something new to experience. Okay. Blue and green. New beginnings, something ending, something starting. You can color and highlight those resources if you want. You can make them more well defined for you so you can remember them if you want. See what works the best for you. Trust yourself, trust your body, see which colors wants to be, which what is the most important on your drawing. Create it in a very unique, your own way. See what makes you feel comfortable about your drawing. And of course, please share your drawings in our Facebook group. I love how active is our group. It's when we started, it was only few people. Now we have quite big international group, very supportive, very creative, and I love how much people drawing and finding new ways, new reasons to draw, new topics to draw. Very inspiring. I just go wild.
Go wild.
Yeah. Interesting. This circle that's representing I am enough feels like the most important, and I want to highlight it.
Good. And while you're doing it, I want to tell everybody that we are having user level courses for Neurographica. If you want to learn more about this wonderful technique and use it for yourself, you can do it by completing the user level course. It's a certified course, 8 hours of instructions, and you will be completing 4 drawings, and we will be reviewing them and giving you our suggestions, and at the end you will receive a certificate which is backed up by the Moscow Institute of Psychology and Creativity. And the next level is the specialist level. If you are a practitioner working with clients and want to have an additional tool to your toolbox, you can use Neurographica with your clients, and you will learn about this in our specialist course. It is also certified, and all the information is on our website.
Thank you, Annette. I always forget about it. You keep everything on track.
We have, okay, so on the topic of drawing your best, I tend to feel like it's not, yeah, okay, we'll write about this. Good, everything is good. And no comments on Facebook right now.
Everybody is drawing. Everybody is drawing their own freedom. Freedom from poisonous words, freedom from assumptions, from trying to satisfy somebody's opinions and needs. And it feels good. I feel very good and very excited about it. Like I learned something new about myself today for sure. And I hope you had something new for yourself. So at the end, we getting closer to our 2-hour session. So field lines, see what you want to, we're looking for the synchronicity with the universe always. And our freedom is how we can be free, but at the same time aligned with the universe, aligned with the community, aligned with the bigger purposes in our lives, that we are free but not lazy, that we are free and still moving and performing in interest to grow our personality and grow as soul as well. So field lines you can draw from inside out. You can draw from the center of the freedom, or you can align and allow this field line just go across your drawing, go across your all these agreements. I want to draw them from the inside. I want to activate and really align this sense of freedom in a beautiful way. So you can follow this line that already existing or create completely new lines. We are going to round all the new corners that field lines creating, because even if you follow this already existing lines, they still create some corners because of the thickness of the line. And bring as many lines as you need for usually it's, if I go across, I usually use 3. If I go from inside out, it depends how often you want them to repeat. And as I said, we are harmonizing everything that we bring to our drawing, and even alignment with the universe may create some conflicts, internal conflicts, and we don't want such conflicts. We don't want such challenges. We want to harmonize them. And we're going back and round all these new corners, new challenges. We transform them in harmonious, loving, guiding. The universe is guiding us, and I recognize this guidance ahead, so I don't have to be forced to do anything. So I want to be adjusting myself in a loving, caring way. So I highlight, I round all these corners. And my body starts reacting again. Big inhales and exhales. And just see how you feel. See how you do you feel supported by the field lines? Do you feel guided by them? This is a good question to ask yourself. How do you feel? How's your body reacting? Any emotion starts to be activated. See if you need anything else. If you need anything else. You can add more colors later if you want. It's not, after we finish, you can set aside your drawing for some time and finish it when you're ready, when you processed already what you had. The only thing that we are asking, don't leave corners on your drawing. You round all the corners, and after this, you can set it aside until you will be ready to finish it. There is some ecology because we activated some energy. We created some new connections in neuron system, and we want to make sure that all those connections are harmonized, that they are at peace, that there is no buzzing in your head left. So we want to make sure that you fall asleep easily after this drawing. Sometimes it could be a challenge because so much energy activated. But it's see how you can use this energy. And see what you need. Maybe you have even the plan, what you need to do, maybe how you can use those agreements tomorrow or today, even when you speak to your partner, when you speak to your family, what do you want to say? Family is usually the most challenging because we know them the longest, because we know them, they always with us. Strangers, we are more polite with strangers than with our own family. So I want you to be very gentle with yourself and with your family as well. How you can be honest and gentle at the same time. It's interesting. Challenge. Sometimes you just need to be honest because you cannot do anything else. This should be, I think it should be the priority. But it's my opinion. Oh, you scared me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought to turn it off, but my microphone is moving. Sorry.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure anymore about priorities. Maybe kindness is the priority.
Maybe. Not everybody.
Love should be the priority.
Yeah.
We should speak our love, like if we speak out of the position that from the love, it will be kind. It will be gentle. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, and after you finish rounding all these corners that field lines created, the next step, as always, is fixation. What do you want to remember? What was the most important? It's maybe the segment freedom, or maybe some of the agreements, or maybe some of the resources. I know what is important for me. This circle that represents I'm enough, but see what is gives you the most energy, the most power, the biggest insight during this drawing. You can highlight one or maybe even several elements on your drawing and highlight them. You can highlight them with the boldness of line, or maybe you highlight it with the color. See how you can create brighter color. Maybe I see what I want. Let's see. Blue and green. I will use the turquoise. I don't want to highlight it. I will just highlight it with the boldness of the line. And one more thing that I want to repeat it, when we draw this highlights and don't try to make your circle as perfect as possible. It's not about perfection. It's about creating organic shapes. If you create a soft circle that is not very smooth with some organic natural lines, you will remember and notice it's better. It will be organic, it will be soft, it will be breathing, it will be alive. And it's there will be no resistance to about it. So see how you can highlight it without making it artificial, without making it foreign on your drawing. So I just made it a little bit softer. I don't know if it's visible on the camera, but for me, I can see it. I can identify the soft edges, even they bold, but still there is some room to breathe. It's more flexible. It's more, it's softer for me. I don't really hold strong boundaries. I hold, say, healthy boundaries, natural boundaries, and it's perfectly fine for me. That they don't have to look too strong. Too harsh. And after I did highlighting, because of the boldness of lines, I created new corners and I just go over them and round them again. It's constantly we create conflicts and we resolve them. And it may look tedious to some people, but it's quite a pleasant experience. Create challenges and resolve them. And learn something new. Be expanding yourself again. Make yourself more more interesting, more unique in this way. All these lines create this very rich drawing, very filled with so many lines, with so many shapes that it's make very interesting. It's interesting to look, it's interesting to follow some of the lines. I'm sure yours is the same. Okay. Matthew, I found that there is no such thing as the hard truth. If it's not uplifting, then it's not the best truth. Yes, I agree with you. The truth is usually very organic. And you know it from in your heart that it should be spoken. There is no, nothing artificial in there. And it's usually very, very simple. You just need to find out what is truth for yourself. And to know it, you have to listen to yourself. You listen to your heart, you listen to your body, to your emotions, and trust them. This is the most important. You know, you trust them. And see. When we speak our truth, everything is falling in place. Even if it's very hard sometimes, but it's still be. It's freeing everybody, not just you. It's freeing the person who listened to it as well, who you're speaking to. Because when we have to compromise, it's always a challenge. There is always some something that you not lying, but like you, like there's a limitation. Any compromise is a limitation, and we need compromise. I'm not against them, but it still be we at least we try to speak our truth as much as we can, as much as it's and at some point we can notice that we always speak truth. This would be a very beautiful time. Okay. Very interesting drawing for me today. Very blue and greenish. Something. So any other insights from you guys? Please share any new discoveries, something new, something the most challenging, or something more most beneficial for you. What you agree, what you are not agree with. Speak your truth to the world. It's or maybe you want to share your drawing with us. It's always interesting to look at your drawings as well. So please feel free. We still have few minutes. And I think interesting. I think I will process this drawing for a while. I think there's still be something deeper than I just see it right now. Maybe something like a next level will be revealed to me. We'll see.
The seventh agreement, the next 4 agreements.
I don't know, maybe next, yeah, maybe next level. Maybe it will be just next level of understanding them. I think that there is something that it's not, there's I don't know even how to say it. I'm sorry, I'm wordless. I'm just I feel there is something else. There is something underneath of it, and somehow it's very connected to neurographic, to the concept of neurographic, how we can integrate it even deeper understanding. It's very rarely when I listen the book for 3 times. There's something else that I maybe need to listen it 4th time. It's a 4 agreements. I need to listen it 4 times. Okay, so we have a comment from Matthew. Last night I deliberately did the ugliest neurographica. I think I had to get it out of my system. The need to be perfect and amazing all the time. It was with hot pink, orange, red, purple, and a bit sore on the eyes. It's in the best way possible. Orange, red, purple, and hot pink. It's interesting. Did you post it in our group? The ugliest neurographica?
No, I didn't know. Maybe I'll finish it later and I'll post that. Yeah.
It's interesting. What I find out in my experience, whenever I feel like, okay, so the drawing is ruined, there is nothing else I can do it. this is the point when the creativity begins, and you find some unusual, very unique solutions, and the drawing becomes one of your favorites after all, because you unfold it like something new. You, when we have nothing to lose, we start really access what is important to us. The biggest fear of people is not to die or to fail. It's really to be who they are, like to be honest to themselves, like be those people who they always wanted to be. Speak their truth, speak their emotions, be honest with other people, and it's a challenge. So I invite you to be free to express yourself as much as possible. Find this freedom within you, allow it to grow, and allow it to be as beautiful as it is, because we are beautiful, we are unique, we are organic, and as I just learned about myself, we are enough, and it's a very important. I am enough, and you are enough, and this is one of the my insights from today. So, does anyone want to share your drawings? Dear ladies? Okay, Karen. Oh, nice, beautiful colors. I love how gentle and it's interesting. There is so much power, but it's not overwhelming. It's I love the flow. And you have the field lines. Do you want to highlight something? Do you want to make something, fixate something? Okay, so this one. And as I see, it's 3 levels. It's growing, yes? From small ones to big ones. Nice. I love that it's growing. Growing is actually natural, is in our humans' nature. We really love to grow. So it's really easiest way to, if something that we are doing is not about growing, it's something wrong. We need to make sure that we are growing.
My purpose in life is to learn, grow, and change. So yeah, I'm not surprised you saw that in there.
Anything else? Okay, Laura. Nice.
This I put blue first because I think water is freedom. But all of a sudden, because today is our national day, our flag color are 3 colors. That is blue, red, and white. So I picked the second color of red, which I usually don't use that. So I'm happy to celebrate our national day. And I'm thinking of the fixation for quite a while. Then I decided that I should reunite it. There are so many voices in our country. Actually, each country has different voices, but I just want to very in harmony status. So I decided to put the fixation in the center. I haven't finished yet. Yeah. So this is my drawing today.
Beautiful. It's interesting how you mentioned that the white color is the color that, like, you choose the white color deliberately. It's a very interesting. Thank you for, and yes, united in harmony. It's a very beautiful fixation. It's a very important point. So thanks for sharing. One more time. Happy holidays.
Yeah, thank you.
To the nation. Yeah. Okay, ladies, it's 20:04 in Seattle, and I think we are done for today. So you can finish your drawings if you want. Please finish them. And share them in our Facebook group. In our info box, there will be link to the book, 4 Agreements. I highly recommend to read it and make your own opinion. This is just one of the aspects that the book is covering. There is much more wisdom there. There is much more information, and I highly recommend you to see it and read it your own, because I just give you my opinion about the book. And we know about opinions, they are limiting. So see what you can make your own perception. Look at life, see what maybe I'm missing, and you will find something new in this book. Thanks a lot for being with us. It's always my pleasure. It's something new I learned today about you and about myself and about perception to the world. So I'll see you next week. I don't know yet what is going to be next week. And if you have any inspirations, let me know in the group. There is always a best options to ask questions. Okay, we have some comments. This one is going to take a long time to finish because I had a lot of lines, but I will post it when I do. Thank you so much. Thank you, Julia. So good luck with lines. The really quality of neurographic work is defined by how many lines we have. Thank you for a beautiful session. Thank you, Alice. So have a great day, have a great night, and see you next week, ladies. Bye. Bye, everyone.